All right.
God, I don't remember how to play this game.
Shoot the zombies.
I used to love that band. Best
Wow, how did I get this gun? All right.
Let's start with this gun. Mutation I picked.
Oh, the mutation. All right, let's do this then.
So, hey, what are your thoughts on Evolve so far? What you've seen?
No, I haven't seen much. I just saw the picture of the monsters, but I haven't seen much else.
They had like a gameplay video and stuff already.
Oh, really? I didn't see it. How did it look like?
It does not look good to me.
Oh, really? Is it just this again, or?
It's not even this. It's like the characters are more unique. Everybody's got their own abilities, like Scavenger and Tracker and Hunter and that kind of stuff. But the other part of it is like you have like backpacks and float around like not Team Fortress. There's a charger heading your way.
Oh, Spitter.
Spitter, you got him. But it's what's the other game that?
Charger coming at me.
Gosh, I can't think of it. There's some.
Jockey. He's got me. Thank you.
I can't even remember the name of the game. There's another game where you have like a rocket, a jetpack you can fly around in momentarily and stuff. And,
oh, I remember that game. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's not like that.
But that's kind of what it is. But then the whole thing is really around the monster you're trying to kill, and it's a fifth player that just can evolve, like Kyle says, and get stronger and stronger however long he's around. But the character's alive.
Huh. So you fight that one monster.
Well, there are creatures in the planet around you you're chasing them around, like monkey creatures, things like that. You got to fight too. But he's the goal. He's the intended target the entire time.
Huh.
It's different enough, but I think that rather than stick with this and make more of these, that would have been a lot more fun. But Smoker's got somebody tied up.
Got it. Yeah, well, I mean, maybe it'll be better than it sounds. But...
Oh, I had that. That's ridiculous. All right, while we're doing this, I want to take on the first topic.
Oh, hey, the TV show. So it was a week in which Walking Dead came back, and True Detective really came on strong.
Yeah, it's weird because like True Detective, just relative to Walking Dead, has proved to me how much better of a show True Detective is than Walking Dead.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I didn't know they could do that kind of stuff with a TV show. It was amazingly well done. The last 6 minutes of the episode.
That 6 minute thing was ridiculous, and that was something like people were talking about how it compares to other prolonged sequences like that, like comparing it to what's that old Orson Welles movie?
Yes. Gosh, dang it. It is
Charlton Heston as a Mexican.
Yes.
Touch of Evil. Touch of Evil.
Touch of Evil. Yes. Dang, I'm really good at
This guy loves to jump on your face.
He does. Yeah. Well, I would lead him on a little bit.
Told his buddies how much fun it was.
Yeah, I think it's a good comparison. I'm sure there's been other. I'm not 100% sure there was a one long trekking show. Or
no,
not.
it was.
They
talked about it, and they're talking about how they did it. Even the sequence over the fence, they had a little rig set up for the cameraman to stand on and go over the fence, come back down again, and it was all one sequence.
Wow.
So that's what they're saying, and maybe they'll be proven wrong later, but that's what they're saying right now.
Come on, man.
Which is just stunning.
Yeah, when it was perfectly well done, and I loved just watching the whole the way that the sequence break when they start charging the house, and you can just tell the situation's getting worse and worse, and then it reminded me very much of Payday 2, just when things just start going wrong, and you have to just get out of there.
Yeah.
It's just that.
Oh crap! Thanks.
You prepared for that bullshit?
Coach got it. Thanks, Coach. You get nothing from you. People are coming. Who's here? No, nobody.
He spat on the thing. Yeah, I don't know where they're going next with that show, but that sequence was just terrific.
Yeah, I hope it's not like that wasn't like the best sequence of the show, and it's like going to be lame compared to that the rest of the season. I hope they have more surprises in store for us. But to end up in this episode prior with the crazy guy they're going to go after, and have this whole episode not even focus on him at all, and still be compelling the entire hour, was stunning to me.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we know where they're headed eventually, but then we didn't even get close to it this time.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they're trying to say about these characters really either. I don't really get Woody Harrelson's character, or what makes him that interesting. I kind of understand a little more that they're very obsessive people, and that's why they're able to do this kind of work, where they're willing to obsess over a case for a long period of time, when a lot of people just kind of lose interest and want to move on to something else. But yeah, Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's coming next. I'm anxious to see if they can do something like this again with a very short show with only 8 episodes. I'm hoping they can pull off this kind of stuff more than just the one time.
Number 1, turn off your flashlight. Up with the control pad.
Oh, right.
There's a witch up ahead. But number 2, there's only 8 episodes in the entire show?
Yeah, this season, I believe, yeah.
Oh, wow. So we're already halfway through it?
Yeah.
That's crazy. No, it was great. Walking Dead, I wasn't as impressed. I wanted to like it more than I did, but man, I can't... The kid who plays Carl is not impressive to me, and that was a long episode with him.
Yeah, if you didn't like the guy who plays Carl, then that was a long episode to go through.
Did you like it?
I thought it was fine. It was a little slower than I was wanting to see.
Guess what?
I feel like, given that the show does a few episodes...
Wait. She's coming around the corner.
Oh.
I'm gonna shoot her and run, okay?
Alright.
Get her! Get her! Get her!
Keep running, keep running.
Oh!
We should have set more of a gauntlet for her, sorry.
Yeah, I should have gotten more room before I took off like that. Thanks.
Oh, not me.
I got it. Yeah, Carl's episode. So you thought it was okay. I thought it was okay too. It just.
Well, it's just I get sick of. I feel like we're always slowing down and starting over in that show.
Yeah.
It's like we get running again. That it's like, okay, we're done for another 6 months. It's like it's always slow down, then speed up, and eventually you'll build up some momentum by the 8th episode or so. But I don't know if I'm going to enjoy as much them being split up if they're just like split up the entire season. But
yeah, the show's it's going to risk. I mean, I may lose interest pretty soon in the show if it doesn't pick up the pace and do something different. Especially, I hate to say it. I'm glad the show exists, and I love the fact it's on, but it's wearing out. It's wearing thin with me now. It has no kind of new ideas or interesting stories to tell anymore.
Yeah, well, I agree with that. You by yourself?
Yeah.
Deploying frag rounds.
I'm putting frag rounds down here.
Okay.
Make these guns more interesting. But also with that, we got tomorrow is the launch of this weekend. We got House of Cards back on TV too.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fun show to watch. It's kind of. I've read some reviews saying it was kind of trashy before, and it's gotten even more trashy this time. But
oh, pills. We'll check it out.
Well, just reading about it, it sounds like I think they're gonna just start opening up a lot more of their content to Wii U folk, or from the Grand Theft Auto, from the Game Boy Advance, and from other systems on the Wii U. It makes a lot of sense. I'm not sure. It feels a little bit like they're gonna start pirating their own system for their own system.
Yeah, a bit. You're right. They cannibalize themselves, but I think they have to a little bit to make Wii U more attractive to people. But they're doing a lot of
more content. What are you saying?
They're doing a lot of proactive kind of marketing right now with like introducing more Smash Brother characters. They're talking about Mario Kart coming out in May. They're trying to do everything they possibly can to promote their system at this moment. They just need to have people talking about them as their goal.
Is there a Wii channel now, or a Wii TV show or something?
A Wii TV show?
Sorry, Nintendo TV or something like that? Or?
I'm not familiar with that.
Okay, I thought it was something about some kind of a Nintendo or TV broadcast of some kind. But anyway, yeah, I guess by opening up their Game Boy Advance and everything else, they're really advanced to make their library a lot bigger. I think that's something they definitely need to do.
Yeah, it's interesting to me. I'd be happy to try those games. And, I am excited about Mario Kart. I've said it before. And that should be a good game in May for us to try. And so, looking forward to that. And the system needs more games.
Stuff you missed along the way would be fun to pick up again.
Yeah, I'm getting Zombie U pretty soon, too, to try that out. I'm kind of curious about them. That's good.
They're not going to save the system or anything, but it's...
No, they need to lick their wounds and move on to the next generation and take it seriously next time.
Yeah, I think that's probably about right. Oh, is he in there?
I don't know.
Ooh.
We're playing this on normal. We're getting beat up a little bit. At least I am.
Yeah, well, maybe I shot you up. Sorry about
that. You're by yourself, man. I'm coming to you.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to the power.
Should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, so that night, I thought there was something else that Wii U was doing. I guess it's mostly just opening up their system for Game Boy Advance games and 3DS games.
They exploit the hell out of their library, and they have to, but The Wii U remix thing's coming out to the next one.
Oh, yeah, the NES remix, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't tried the first one still. I need to.
Me either. But it's exactly what you're talking about nostalgia and gaming and stuff. Did you already turn this off?
I did.
Okay.
Tank.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's the music. I'm not sure we want to be in that little alcove. Oh, I'm hung up.
How do I punch you?
Anybody want to punch me? No.
How do I punch you? There he is.
Where's the tank?
He's
There he
over
is.
there.
Wow.
He has not gone down yet.
There he
He's
is.
going down.
I need
Okay,
to get
heal
some
up a little
help.
bit. The spinner. That's a smoker. It's your smoker.
Yeah. Got vengeance on him. Press the button to teabag. There you go. Alright, I'm going up to get the health.
Hold on. Alright, credit for healing you. Sweet. Because I couldn't figure out how to punch you free. It's the least I can do.
ahead.
Hey, look at this. Just in time for Valentine's Day.
Hey, that's
Oh,
thematic.
wow. Alright, so Flappy Bird.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that you're not really sure what to say about it. I'm not really sure either what to make of it. It sounds like it was a not terribly creative game, not terribly creative gameplay. People just kind of liked it. And then, yeah, but it was at that right price point where people wanted to pick it up. And then it made so much money that the guy stopped selling it and took it offline. But at the same time, by doing so, he created this scarcity, which made people want to buy it even more so.
Yeah, what was his reason for taking offline? He said he's tired of being harassed or something?
Yeah, just messed up his life, having some people wanting to play the game, and which, again, it really seems like a really crazy reason to take anything
It's
offline.
a total fabrication, it sounds like. That's just marketing stuff in general. I don't believe that in the least bit.
I didn't get a health pack. Hold on a second.
Okay.
But I don't understand. He's not going to make any money off of the increased cost of people paying money for it being offline, right? I mean,
Oh, you're talking about people, like, what happened? I saw people, like, download it, put it on iPads or iPhones, were selling the iPhones with it
yeah,
pre-installed.
exactly, yeah.
No, he won't get anything for that. But I thought, like, he won't get. I think he has. There's a risk of him being sued too because it
Oh, that's true. He does head that stuff off.
turned his
Just taking
flashlight
it
off, by the
offline.
way. Which of had. But yeah, there's a risk of him because he repurposed a lot of the Mario graphics for that game, right? Like the pipes and the backgrounds and even the bird itself is from Mario. No, it's not.
That's a hunter. Somehow I killed, I guess.
A shot.
Yeah, that's true. I think he definitely spared himself getting sued because he would absolutely have been sued for that game.
Yeah.
Man, that's a scary thought. We start making games and then ridiculously rip off other people. Then just as soon as you make your money, jump offline with them.
Well, come on, that happens all the time. You have services that make money through that kind of thing and then stop immediately, but they made their money to get out. That's not uncommon.
Like what kind of things?
YouTube?
Oh, things people like download and put stuff online and
No,
stuff.
like YouTube. YouTube got its start with Lazy Sunday from Saturday Night Live. That's what launched YouTube in 2006 in upper atmosphere. Oh, tank! Or charger.
Oh, damn!
Got the shell.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that YouTube got started that way. I mean, you have sites that do this kind of thing that get money quickly off of essentially piracy or whatever, but then stop. And that's, I mean, or theft, or just IP theft. That's what this guy did too. And he can stop now and be okay. But it's not really worth pursuing him.
Yeah, you're right. And why spend the money on trying to go after him for whatever?
Yeah, it's a pipe.
Explosive rounds here.
I don't want to take that. What are you doing? That witch is getting close.
She's gotta be in that room.
Yeah, she's gonna be in the room. Yeah, so Flappy Bird, I just.
She's by the staircase over there. I'll shoot her. You kill her, okay?
Okay. Run, man, run. She's coming. She's coming. She's coming. She's coming. Keep running. Keep running. Keep running. Keep running. Die already. Die already. Oh, come on. Come on. Where did these guys come from? She's still on us. Keep running. Oh. That's it. She's
Thank
down.
you. Yes, thank you.
Yes. That was
She's
insane.
down. It's one tough rod. Alright, we're good, guys. Thanks, everybody.
Sure,
Oh,
sure.
God.
Yeah.
Hunter, too.
Everybody's here. Jockey.
Jockey too.
Got you again.
Thanks, Coach. Yes, he was. I don't want to talk about it. All right, let's see. Okay, so talking about Flappy Bird. That's enough of that.
That really
So,
is. It really is enough. That's a good cinema. I feel like that's enough about Flappy Bird. Let's move on to stories that matter. And please, no one likes that game who actually plays it. It's the novelty alone, and that's all it is. And I'm tired of the news stories about it. I don't care. It's not a significant moment. It shouldn't be a significant news story in games, and it just is right now.
Yeah, well, it's just an unusual way it's been handled and everything else. But yeah, I'm with and him taking it offline. I think makes it kind of news, but I agree with you. It's just nothing worth talking about. Yeah, I'd rather than talk about any of the games that are actually. I wish Last of Us had gotten nearly as much press.
Yeah.
It's just like talk about games that are really cool and better than movies we've seen.
Pills.
Agreed.
Games that was just horrible to begin with.
Oh.
All right, so speaking of that, the games we're excited about for the rest of the month, I was just going to mention. So, two, I'm kind of keeping an eye on that. I'm interested in what happens with Castlevania.
Okay.
You know, because I really enjoyed First Lord of Shadows. I don't know if this next one will be great or not. There's a demo I haven't had a chance to play yet.
Was the demo out already?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it's probably a good sign, I guess, that they believe in the gameplay.
Yeah, usually it's not. I mean, it doesn't happen for bad games typically.
And Thief comes out, I think, later this month. I wonder if Thief's going to get pushed back because I feel like I haven't seen very much about it yet.
Let's go down.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to get pushed back. There's oh, come on. There's a guy just waiting for me down here.
Hello.
I got a few friends over here. Thanks. A bunch of people hiding out in the corner. There's not even room for you guys there.
It's kind of a clown car thing.
It's ridiculous. I'm healing up.
Yeah, me too.
Gonna heal.
But yeah, Thief, I think it could be really interesting. I'm hoping it's like Dishonored, that kind of game. Even better would be if it's more open world-ish. But I think if it's just a Dishonored clone, that'd be great with me.
Yeah, or bring back Tenchu kind of feel or something. But
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
I love that. I mean, I guess for me, it's all just waiting until March when we get Dead Souls or Dark Souls 2. But
Yeah, that's true.
all I care about at the moment.
It's gonna be your life once that thing comes out.
Yeah, trying to figure out what that game's all about.
You and me are part of that game. I just can't handle the frustration of it.
Oh, it's so worth it.
That's what the true believers tell me.
Like rushing up fraternity. Oh, come on, get off my head. Jump on his head. There we go.
He mistook you for me. I've heard good things about you. Oh, hello.
Wow, thanks.
It's right behind
It's right
you.
there, wasn't me? I'm getting helicoptered.
They deserve it.
Yeah, but Thief and you're right. What's the other one?
Castlevania is what I'm excited about.
Yeah, that's all we got right now, right?
Well, that's still, you know, if even one of them is pretty good, that's still better than I'm used to in February.
That's true.
Last time we were kind of talking about relationships that everyone else seems to have like we don't really care for.
In time for Valentine's Day, yes.
Yeah, just in time for Valentine's Day, relationships everyone else seems to have a lot of to think are just great in video games, and we're not really big on it. There's a spitter over there I really want to kill first. I got her.
You got her, yeah.
Okay, this open?
I didn't hit it yet.
Okay, hold on.
I hit it now. Get lined up, buddy. We're going.
You did? Okay.
I didn't mean to. Well, I did, but still. It's gonna be more fun. And we are clear.
Man, I miss Keith. He's awesome. Was his name Keith? No, it's Ellis. I miss Ellis.
Yeah, who's Keith?
It's Stories of Keith.
That's right, that's right.
So, my one is Alex Vance and Gordon Freeman. Just
Yeah.
I heard about it on the blog. Just because I feel like that's such a... There's no Gordon Freeman in there, It's really just Alex Vance. Flirting with you as a player.
Where the heck are you guys?
We're right by you. Oh, Charger got
I got
somebody.
him. I got him.
Okay.
We gotta go.
They're taking care of each other.
This guy off me. You guys are falling from the sky.
Yeah, they're falling all over the place.
Yeah, you're right. There is no Gordon, and it's Hunter right here. I executed him. That was awesome.
Excellent. Way to go.
It is. I mean, she's fantastic in the game. It's a great game. Be right because he has no personality. It's an irrelevant. It's a ridiculous notion.
Yeah, she's flirting with you in the game. She's not flirting with Gordon Freeman. There's no back and forth romance or anything. It's just, there's really no Gordon Freeman. He's just you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my one that I think everyone else cared a lot about. And I think it's not worth talking about.
Oh, she's got another charger, man. She's just like into that kind of thing. All right.
Yeah.
We gotta get the Switch.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
We're gonna stick close here. There's a charger near us.
This guy's coming or what?
Whoa.
See, you had mentioned Ares.
Yeah, I always thought it was Ares for some reason, and people just it's blasphemous for me to suggest this, but people just love that moment in Final Fantasy VII being just emblematic, like the best part of the best game ever, and I never really got the relationship between her and Cloud a whole lot. Cloud has whole like backstory with his like childhood friend Tifa, and that was kind of more resonated with me as far as their relationship goes. And Aerith was kind of thrown in, and her death was just not as impressive to me. People talk about that again, just with such reverent tones now. And when I think back about the game, I think about you guys escaping from City 17, or not City, that's Half-Life. Escaping from the city, Midgar, and the bikes and all that, and a lot more than I think about her getting killed by Sephiroth. I mean, it was a good idea for Sephiroth to be evil, but it was not like a relationship that I thought was, great for video games. Oh, is it somebody in here with me? No, okay. But yeah, it's just a well-known one. I don't really understand it all. I don't understand why it's still to this day such a popular thing. I didn't. It wasn't at the time for me, and I think I missed the hype train on that one. And people really took off of that one.
I agree. I never did play the game far enough into it. I didn't hardly at all, so I didn't get to see that part. But yeah, it's one that's talked about a lot, and it didn't really register. And it was, I guess, because it was a surprise death no one saw coming. But yeah, that's an interesting one that didn't really click with you.
Yeah.
What I was going to complain about also was Ada Wong, just because I'm so sick of her showing up in Resident Evil games and I guess just romancing briefly whoever your male protagonist is.
Whoever you're playing as, really.
Yeah, and then she's out of there again, with whatever secrets she came in with. I mean, the whole series has such over dramatic posers as heroes, but she's like the epitome of the whole thing. And so anyway. Yeah, if I never get to see Ada Wong again, I'd be super happy, and I don't really care at all if she winds up with Chris or Leon or whoever she's flirting with in various games. I guess Leon, right?
I couldn't even tell you. They're interchangeable. Just they're all the cops, and then there's Ada Wong. Yeah, that game is just like the whole Resident Evil series. Just everybody's got secrets, and they're all like, more impressive than everybody else. And it's so exhausting. Like it's just not a good. Storylines are so just mind-numbingly stupid.
Yeah, I kind of wish they'd almost start over the Resident Evil. Just get rid of all of these characters and just start from scratch and just remake the first one. Make it single-player, cooperative, whatever. But kind of remake it from the start. Getting rid of all of these, special forces and T-virus stuff, and just getting much more simple all over again.
I'm not sure you can. Like I think it's just a series that has to be put to death. Really, like you can't shake the producers from it enough to get it to be that clean.
Yeah, these game series never die. They just start all over again. So I mean, they don't do that even. They just kind of keep going.
They keep going. Yeah, people will think about the first one in positive terms, and they'll come up with a remake of the first one, but it's still going to be the same thing. Just crazy. I'm just glad Paul W. Anderson's going off to doing something else besides those movies finally. And Pompeii looks fairly terrible to me, but at least he's not doing Resident Evil 7 at this point. Something different.
Give him time. He'll do it.
He'll come back? Okay.
He'll be back.
Alright. Well. Yeah, and the other one you had on the list that was great was the Mikey and the Mermaid.
Yeah. Well, I didn't mention on the website, but yeah, I thought that was just from random relationships. I never understand where they came from. The Goonies too. That has nothing to do with the movie. That had nothing to do with anything. It is kind of weirdly fitting, though, somehow.
With the pirates ship?
Yeah, well, just kind of something would happen, and it's this kind of a setting. I don't know, like a weird circus coming down. I don't know. It seems somehow it kind of fits, but It did. It just kind of came out of nowhere.
I don't know how you got there in your head. How does that possibly fit? An actual mermaid in the Goonies universe?
I guess I mean there's some weird.
You cut out. Are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
What'd you say? There's some weird what?
There's some it's kind of a supernatural stuff in Goonies to begin with, I guess, with these pirates and stuff and traps everywhere. But
well, they dropped. It's just the pirate. They dropped the octopus, but the game had
that's true.
The mermaid. It had dinosaurs you fight. Shoot fire.
Oh, that's just typical game enhancements, though, right? Anytime you play a game, it's going to have a lot of enemies to fight that have nothing to do with the movie. There's just sprites they can create. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, you played Back to the Future, right? And record all of that. And it's just some random stuff because we have to have you fight something.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the mermaid thing is like, whoa, I'm getting hung up here.
I got the punch button warning.
Perfect. Yeah, as a major plot point in the game was a very, very strange one.
Yeah, it was just a very. And do you know she's a mermaid from the start, or?
I don't remember that. Like, I don't remember you determining you're gonna go rescue your mermaid friend from the Fratellis.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very strange game.
Way up ahead somewhere.
That's like the first game we played, I think, well, maybe Metroid was, but one of the first games we played with a long-term goal. There she is. She's doing the light there.
Rygar, come on.
Charger on the right.
You forget about Rygar, man.
Oh, Rygar, yes. Yeah, Rygar was a merciless game.
It was.
Yeah, just you gotta play that for days. Oh, that was the first game you have to just jump up and down and just punch these things. And then, years later, you come back and you built up enough experience to get the level up you needed.
How do you do that? I forgot about that part.
It was like some kind of a jungle part, I think, and you had to stand and jump and punch something. These things are roll back and forth, and if you killed enough of them, not punch, he has that shield he throws out, right?
Yeah.
Killed enough of them, you get experience points, and it makes you strong enough to go fight things.
Jockey, are you? Kissing around. Right past the witch.
Oh, God.
Thanks, Coach. Take one for the team, buddy.
Get the ladder, Coach. Okay.
It's not gonna happen.
Am I helping Coach? I guess I'm not. But yeah, you're right. Rygar was just such a horrible game, but we didn't know any different at the time. So you played all the way through it.
Oh, I did. Several times.
What's that smell?
And they remade it like they remake everything else.
That's true. Enough time goes by, and then nostalgia overwhelms your actual memory of the gameplay.
Or a movie, as in RoboCop's case.
Across the rooftops.
And the first one's just worth watching that one instead.
I agree, but I'm interested to see these reviews that come out that say it's not horrible, so I don't know. Be one for Redbox.
Now, speaking of that, I just mentioned earlier, Prisoners. Check it out, because it is exactly like, it's the Heavy Rain, the movie, in execution. You have the father's going crazier and crazier, and the cop who's on the case trying to solve the murder, and a bunch of the characters you watch and follow around, and some are connected, some are not, and it is very much like Heavy Rain.
Well, yeah, I'll be willing to watch that. It was funny, but you
cut out. You there?
Hear me now?
Got you now.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay. I was looking at a relationship today from the website. I was remembering that Heavy Rain thing with Ethan and Madison, and just how horrible that whole scene is.
Yeah. It's out of
I
nowhere.
mean, the romance is choppy enough, just as a sequence you have to go through, and quick time events and everything. Is Coach not going to heal up before we do this? Because he is not going to survive this.
He's not, but that's his fault,
Yeah, okay, I'm going to heal up myself.
Grabbing pills.
Cover me, please.
I gave him some pills.
Oh, yeah. Ammo here.
I'm hitting
This is
it.
the most... Okay.
We may not make it to this part.
Hit it.
This part is just mercilessly unfair.
Get up.
Spitter on top, spitter on top.
I see that.
Yeah, but the Ethan Rain sequence where you and Madison hook up when you're supposed to be out hunting, looking for your kid. It's really upsetting. It's like, why in the world would he be doing this or thinking of this? Right? The sequence where you have a box with clues. There's absolutely no reason you can't look at the next set of clues. But instead of that, he's like decides to take time to be with her.
Yeah.
It's a really, really upsetting sequence.
He's a horrible father.
Yeah, he's a really terrible father. Oh, sorry, I mean to shoot that.
Okay. Oh, I'm hung up. Somebody punch me. Somebody punch me. Thank you, sir. Gates opens, go.
Open, let's go.
Just keep shooting.
Yes, definitely keep shooting. Ow, 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 ow.
Charger coming.
Charger coming in. They get you?
Let's go.
Okay, good.
Off of me. Kind of living there, buddy. Charger here. Oh, he's got me. Dang it! Try to get to the exit if you can.
Okay. I'm in.
Oh. Rochelle's hung up. You gotta get her.
Healing.
That should be it.
Yeah, get inside.
That worked.
Yeah, so that was the worst relationship I could think of.
And the one you forgot to mention was Gone Home, which would have been a good call to make.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best relationships I've seen depicted in games ever. And then last year, it was that's one of the few times the relationships actually propelled me through the game. That I wanted to know what happened next, and it motivated me to keep on going, much more so than most any other game.
We should have made a note to that on the blog too. Just really in honor of Valentine's Day, just play Gone Home.
Yeah, that's a good way to celebrate Valentine's Day. So you see a good relationship depicted in games. Gone Home does it about as well as anyone else ever has.
Good.